because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you. All right. Hello, internet world. Once again, I am Smokin Joe. This is the Smokin Joe Show. And before we get started, I want to tell everyone to please share this video. And if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because maybe someday I'll switch over to YouTube exclusively and make some money off of this. So please share, please subscribe. And I am doing a share contest. I will find the winner tomorrow, but the winner will get a copy of my new CD, It's About Time. So make sure to share this video and enter to win a copy of my album. I will randomly select a winner. And going out of order, because this is a fun show with new things, this is Sierra Marin, right next to me. And she is in from Hawaii, right?
More or less.
Or do you, I don't know, do you just stay there or you don't live there?
I was living in Hawaii for like 7 months this year, and then I went back to San Diego for a few months and then came here.
Nice. So is this your first time in Minnesota?
It is my second time. I came for Project Earth back in July. Or was that
word.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're familiar with Harmony Park and all that?
Yeah.
And Sierra is going to hop on stage shortly, but she's going to tell us about a song she's going to play on the show before she goes inside to play live. So.
Cool. So when I was living out on the Big Island, it was a really beautiful experience being out there, surrounded by a bunch of musicians, being surrounded by nature, really powerful, beautiful place. And the last couple of weeks that I was there, there was an eruption, a lava eruption in the town of Pahoa where I was living, and it was really intense and scary and beautiful and taught us all a lot. It felt like the Aina Pele, the goddess of the volcano, was expressing herself and speaking to us and speaking through us. Like, a lot of stuff was coming up for people, like stuff that hadn't been dealt with, like deep things, and I was feeling that myself. And when the eruption began, I was standing in line for the DMV and I was writing in my phone. I started writing this poem and I felt like so inspired. It was also the day of the full moon. It was the Phoenix full moon. And I was just feeling like so inspired and so much like energy. There's so much fire. And this song came through that. And the song's called Divine Feminine Rise. And it's just a reflection of the rising feminine in the earth and in each and every one of us. And the fact that we need to embrace and love that part of ourselves and come back to loving the earth and loving ourselves and remembering that we're a reflection of that. And yeah.
We are outside. So if you hear any motorcycles or trucks, just ignore it. There we go.
Also, thanks for having me on your show, Joe.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm a good friend with Romy, and he has this residency at the Nomad, which is where we are. This is a painting outside of the Nomad with this guy. And yeah, I was just happy to do it, and I pretty much have built-in guests with whoever he has playing the show, I'm going to have on my show.
Yeah.
So it really works out.
Yeah, and I caught your set at Shangri-La, and it was beautiful.
Thank you.
I was like shed tears of joy. It was
yeah,
amazing.
I tend to make people cry, but I actually almost started crying, which is rare for me. Like,
yeah.
You know, like I saw everyone singing the words to my songs, and I was getting all choked up, and I had to be like, no, I have to sing the songs. Everybody else can cry. I'll cry later.
Yeah. Okay, well, here we go.
Nice.
Bleed in my truth, feel the flow from within. Mama Pele, you're holding space for me to begin to shed these layers of control. I might just myself, remembering I'm home. Transmuting the old, all that's ready to go. Back to the fire, your red lava flow. Mama Gaia, she got so much to say. We got to listen and get up out of her way. I'm a cool, talking to me in my dreams. Wipe away yo, and whales telling me there's more to this than it seems. It's the birthing of a new earth, written in prophecy. The reimaginings of the people living in harmony. Back to this divine feminine rise of the ancient and the wise. And I can feel life within my womb. Mother's cries for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying, she's crying for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying, she's crying for peace. It's a rebirth of every phase of the moon, finding clarity as we stay true to what we think that do. Look out at any done, questioning the paradigms we did believe in, raising our voices in the name of what's right. We don't got the choice, it's time to reignite this burning flame of community, communication and unity. Remember when this breath is sacred. No matter who you are, together we're gonna make it. But babe, you know there's so much work to do together. There's no limit to what we can do. We need to honor Earth, cause she's our mother. If we stay focused, she can recover. Need to clean our oceans, our lakes and streams. Water is life, remember what that means. To take it all the love we can cultivate and bring it to the people and go with hate. Keep planting the seeds, stop cutting the trees. Keep reminding the people that we got the keys to this divine feminine rise of the ancient and the wise. And I can feel that within my womb. My mother's cries for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Our mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying, she's crying for peace. Mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying, she's crying for peace. The fate of the earth depends on us all. Together we rise and divided we fall. Still, despite it all, I know that there's hope. We are divine creations and we can cope. Times are getting hard for so many on this planet. Reclaiming sovereignty on the land that we're standing. For the earth has been ravaged, so as rainbows we rise. A spectrum of beings who have heard the cries of the forgotten, the lost and the silence. This revolution won't be one of violence. It's one of love and it's one of music. So stand up and join the movement. The power of the people trumps the people with power. The power of the people trumps the people with power. Rise up, speak up, we can topple the tower. The facade of patriarchy sitting in its final hour as they project their fears onto the people, promoting the illusion that we're not equal. Divide and conquer is all by design, but despite it all we will continue to shine, embodying unconditional love, singing our songs, we're rising above. Embodying unconditional love, singing our songs, we rising above. To this divine feminine rise of the ancient and the wise. And I can feel it within my womb. A mother's cries for peace. A mother's crying for peace. A mother's crying for peace. A mother's crying, she's crying for peace. Mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying for peace. Mother's crying, she's crying for peace.
Nice.
Thank
We got a
you.
little bit of an audience here. Oh, I can't hear me. Fantastic.
Thanks.
That was like almost hip hop. That was really cool.
Fusion.
Nice. If you ever make it back this way and want to play in Wisconsin, I recommend Earth to Clark. You would vibe with those guys so hard.
For sure.
That's awesome. Well, I'll let you get in, get your set. I think you're supposed to play right now. But here.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. You know, enjoy, enjoy the rest of your Minnesota time.
I will. Blessings.
Well, that was great. And we just got more of that coming up on the Smokin' Joe show. But now we'll backtrack to what we normally do and get on getting down with the weekend get down. That's right. John is nailing this right now. This is the first time I've ever done the show and not been pushing the buttons. We got Vicarious Visions, John Marin, my partner with Galactic Get Down back there, manning the controls for the very first time, and he's doing a great job. He does a lot of stuff that I didn't really think about doing. But let's get right into the weekend get down. First off, we'll just talk about music festivals. And the one I've been hearing the most about this weekend is Vibe High Music Festival. That is in Broadhead, Wisconsin, the Sweet Mini Ha Ha Campground. It starts today and it goes until Sunday. And, you know, a lot of my good buds are playing it. John Wayne, Johnny Wayne Locks and the Pain Locks. You got Satsung, Useful Jenkins, good friends of mine. Hello, Useful Jenkins. Natty Nation, Earth to Clark, band I just mentioned, is kind of the Earth to Clark is to Vibe High as Dead Larry is to the Galactic Get Down. Way Down Wanderers, you saw those guys at Galactic Get Down, and Chase Mackay of Medicine for the People, and more, including two of our guests, Sierra Marin and Faye Adinda, will both be at Vibe High. So if you have been on the fence about going out to Wisconsin, I say do it. Do it, y'all. However, if you are in Colorado, or if you are us as Dead Larry, we will be at Wanderfest, and that is a 3-day music festival at a brewing company called Terrain Brewing in Golden, Colorado. That's where they make Coors Light. I have toured that brewery. Probably wouldn't be as exciting for me these days. But the headliner Friday night, we got Drew Emmett Band, and the headliner Saturday is our very own Minneapolis-born Big Woo. Dead Larry is also playing on Saturday. Coral Creek, who you might have gotten to know at Galactic Get Down, will also be out there, and it is their shindig. They're the one bringing Dead Larry out. So big ups to Coral Creek, Pat Ferguson Band from Minneapolis, and more. They're going to have 20-plus beers and special releases. They have a huge beer garden, food trucks. It's family-friendly. So if you're in the mountains, make sure to drive out to Golden because it's your one chance to see Dead Larry in Colorado this year. We are flying in a plane. We're flying in a plane for the first time to a gig, and we're all very excited. We're going to hop on a plane tomorrow, me and the Dead Larry boys. But if you're sticking around here, playing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, tonight, it's probably happening right now. So if you're sitting there in Milwaukee wondering what to do, Satsung is what you do with Spare Change Trio. Spare Change Trio, great guys. They've been touring with Earth to Clark, and that is at Shank Hall. It's $10, 21 plus. But what's happening in Minneapolis today, you may ask yourself? Well, there's a rock and punk show going on, and if I weren't doing this, you might find me here. You got Rise Against, AFI, and Anti-Flag at the Armory. I've gone to see Anti-Flag a bunch of times since they've been touring. I love them. I've loved them since I was a teenager. That is in Minneapolis, and that is happening right now. Tomorrow in Minneapolis, I invite you all to head down to Famous Dave's to see John Cleary. He's having an album release with the opener is Adventure Box. And Adventure Box is essentially Alex Rossi. Are we going? Is it going? Is it going?
We're good. Looks good on this side.
Okay, cool. Well, hello. We're back again.
With a dramatically better connection.
Nice, with a dramatically good connection. Gooder. Well, this is Dave, and we're going to start over. I'm not sure how much of this you caught, but he creates a drink, which is kind of, what's it called?
It's called Jun.
Jun. How do you spell
Some call
that?
it Jun. J-U-N.
J-U-N. Okay.
And it's basically kombucha fermented with honey instead of sugar.
Okay, so sort of like Like the mead of kombucha.
It's the or it is the mead of kombucha actually. Some people call it the champagne of kombucha, but actually the mead of kombucha is
Yeah,
more.
because mead is like the honey wine.
Yep.
So that's cool. And then this one is Kava Dog, and you had this at Shangri-La, and I had the CBD infused one. It was
the
green.
Blue Lotus.
Yeah, and I had one, and then I had two more.
Yeah.
Because it was delicious. It was like, and I really liked that. It was a little vinegary. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was like it was a little sour, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
I really liked that a lot.
Yeah, our goal is like have it like a yin and yang. It's like equally sweet as it is sour. That's what we try to do. Like, so you need that sour there, but then you need the balance.
Yeah, I love sour stuff. Yeah. So let me see if I'm gonna walk this over.
That's actually a famous Kava dog. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rufio the Kava dog and Hilo, the Hilo Kava bar.
I've never been to Hawaii.
You've never been to Hawaii?
I know. In this crowd, it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Never been to Hawaii? No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
so
nice Hawaii.
I'm unfamiliar. I aspire to. Hopefully, something will take me there. You know.
But yeah.
But
We're here now.
I want to get to my game. Rico, you want to come play this game with me? You stay here.
Okay.
Well, you can all play. Just over on this side of the bench. You can scoot over. We'll leave this here for branding purposes. This is Rico. Right here. Rico necked. And then you're not, so you live in Hawaii. Are you from Hawaii?
No, I've been going there for the past 7 years in the winter times. I escaped the
But you're
brutal
from
Midwest
here.
winters. Yeah, I was born in Denver, raised
in Denver.
mainly in Nebraska, and then I've been traveling the world for 7 years.
Nice. Well, we're going to play a game. It's called Alohio.
Okay.
And the name of this game is, oh, look at my graphic.
Alohio.
I added the eyes and the gloves myself. But I'm going to give you a fact about a state, and you guys have to tell me whether the state is Hawaii or Ohio. Hence, Alohio.
All right.
A lot of this is going to be easy, but we're going to learn while we play. We're going to start off easy, and maybe I'll get some tricky ones, but I'm really bad at making hard games.
You softy.
So, first one is, this state is home to the first city lighted by electricity. Is that Ohio, or is that Hawaii?
I would say
Ohio, yeah.
Ohio, and it's Cleveland. Did you know that Cleveland was the very first city to be lighted by electricity? I did not.
Lit.
It was the first city to be lit, fam. And then another one. This state is where the pop top can was invented. So like the Hawaii or Ohio.
You know, I want to say Ohio, but then I'm kind of wanting to go to Hawaii just because of the pineapples. It's probably one of the trivial things, and I feel like so my mind says Ohio, and I wonder if it's a trick question.
I'm curious about that too. I'll go with Ohio. You go with
It's Ohio. It is Ohio. See, after the first one, I'm like, is he gonna go right to Hawaii after Ohio? But yeah, so Ohio, inventor of the can. And then here's an easy one. This state is the southernmost state in the United States.
Hawaii.
Yeah, it's definitely not Ohio. Oh, look, we got aloha, which in this case means hello, and the last one will mean goodbye. And I love you too.
Yeah.
They never say that with the two. Nice. What's mahalo mean?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I always want to say, people say mahalo, and I always want to say l'chaim. All right, this state, again, this is easy too, but it's a fun fact. This state is known as the modern mother of presidents, having sent 8 of its native sons to the White House: James Garfield, Ulysses S. Grant, Warren G. Harding, Rutherford B. Hayes, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, and William H. Taft.
Oh, it's definitely Hawaii. There's no doubt. This guy's got to be.
It's Ohio.
Oh, what?
It is Ohio.
Jeez.
Oh, look. You got it wrong. See, but you're getting points, and this is the first time I've ever had a game with points, and I like the flowers that John added. It makes it very Hawaii.
Jeez, that cost us a point.
This state has the highest population density in the U.S. People close to people close to people.
That-
Ohio.
Yeah, there's big cities there. But Hawaii's small, so it's like size to people ratio.
It is size to people ratio.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're doing that size to people.
It's population density. So like,
Yeah, it would be Hawaii.
it's Hawaii. Aloha, y'all. Is that how you do it?
Exactly.
And then this state is where Steven Spielberg was born.
I'm gonna say Ohio.
It's Ohio. He was born in Ohio. I skipped the last one because the last one was this state is the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Everybody knows that's Ohio. And Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland rocks, exactly. Ooh, this one is great. This state is home to the world's largest basket.
I'm gonna say Hawaii.
We have some big baskets.
It's actually Ohio.
Is there any Hawaii questions?
There are. There's so many.
Prove it.
Well, I
I
can't.
know.
All right.
All right, ask a Hawaii one next.
Okay. Well, I mean, technically,
I'm just kidding.
it's okay. You don't win anything. Oh, speaking of winning things, let me take a break and say, if you share this video right now, you enter to win a copy of my very own debut album, It's About Time. The Smokin' Joe album just came out a month ago, and it can be yours. Just share away, and I will pick the winner randomly tomorrow.
Nice.
This state's motto is, "The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness."
That's definitely Hawaii.
It's definitely Hawaii. That is definitely Hawaii.
Aloha.
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 Aloha. This state is home to the wettest spot on Earth with average yearly rainfall about 397 inches. That's 33 feet of rain a year.
No, actually, really? Should be more than that.
That's what it said
Oh,
from the internet.
because where I live, I get like 300 inches a year. Oh, feet.
Feet. 33
That's
feet.
That's on a mountain on top of
Yeah,
Hawaii.
so 30. Yeah, it is. It's Mount that. Wait, I can't show you this because it has all the answers.
Ooh,
but
that's
it's
close.
Waialele?
Wailea.
Waialele? Is that what it is?
Close
The
enough.
mountain?
I haven't been to that island.
On Kauai. In Hawaii.
That's the Garden Island. That's the oldest island.
Yeah.
We hang out on the Big Island mainly, which is a young island. It's bigger, so you think people assume that it's older because it's bigger, but it's just like the most active volcano in the world.
Yeah.
Even more
It
active.
is. I had that question, but then I took it off. Let's see.
Aloha.
Ohio. All right, so we're going to go to 10 questions right because that's what we have the graphics for, and I bet you can do it. This state is home to Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh.
The Buckeye State. Today I thought I should have done Iowa because I'm from Iowa and you guys live in Hawaii, and that would have been a nice mesh. But there's not a lot of similarities between the Midwest and Hawaii. Even the names of things give it away. You know?
True.
Ooh, here's a good one. This state is the leading producer of greenhouse and nursery plants.
Oh, definitely. Hawaii.
It's Ohio.
Ooh, they had to throw the trick one in there.
That's the trick one.
And
Ours are off the grid though, so they're
but
not
I
accounted
think,
for.
I think that Ohio, Hawaii doesn't need a greenhouse. You know what I mean? Hawaii, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Ohio is the leading producer of greenhouse and nursery plants, and in Hawaii you can just grow really anything all the
In
time.
the rainforest,
Yeah.
there's so much rain
Yeah.
that they put them in greenhouses. to
Really?
keep them from getting wet.
Yeah.
So
certain plants need a little different
So a
conditions.
little bit of both.
yeah, and then orchids are like the huge in Hawaii.
Yeah.
They can grow naturally everywhere. And my drummer is an amateur botanist, and him taking care of orchids is like pulling teeth in the Midwest. You know what I mean? Trying to keep orchids alive out here. He has like a room that's like humid and extra degrees in his house. I did on the Smokin' Joe show. I did a segment on him. Let's see. I've been skipping around, so now I can't find it. Let's just do two more. This state has islands that are projecting tops of the biggest mountain range in the world.
Ohio.
Hawaii.
It's Hawaii, but I didn't know it was the biggest mountain range in the world. Like, it's underwater.
Yeah. It's underwater, yeah.
Most
From the
of it.
seafloor to the top, Mauna Kea is Well, it's 14,000 feet above sea level. I don't know the height from the very bottom. I watched Moana today.
Moana's a great
So
movie.
good.
You want to come on and say hi, Romy? Romy's here. You're on the Smokin' Joe Show.
What's up, people?
This is the man with the plan that's doing this residency. Let's see. We're going to give the last question here to Romy, and you have to say, is it Ohio or Hawaii?
Oh, man.
This state has 1 national forest, 20 state forests, and 73 state parks.
Hawaii.
It's Ohio!
Yeah, well, I always say Hawaii.
That was a harder question.
Yeah, that was a hard one. I just found it. I was like, yes!
Either one made sense on that one.
But, we all win at the Smokin' Joe Show.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, what do you win? Love in your heart.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweet.
And a
John.
sense of self-satisfaction.
That I was wrong.
Another one that I had that I'm not going to ask because, I'm just kind of getting bored with this is that that Hawaii wasn't entered into the Union until 1959. That's recently.
Yeah, man.
Within, people remember that, and I think Ohio was in like 1806. So there's a big gap between Ohio and Hawaii. Yeah. Which is pretty crazy. So, while I have you here, Rico, let's see, I guess I was going to have Faye play next. I don't know if she's ready to go.
I can go get it.
If you want to grab her, we'll just chat about you. So what led you to Hawaii? What led you to Hawaii? Like, what would you tell people? They're like, I'm thinking about going, I'm thinking about staying. What's the best reason?
Well, you pretty much can't starve to death there because island's made of food. I was drawn there because I met a girl we shared a birthday. I just met her and she said, oh, I spent my winters in Hawaii. And I was like, whoa, that sounds a little dreamy. Sounds expensive. She said, no, I just work on a farm and that takes care of my rent and my food. Oh, that doesn't sound that hard. And so woofing was the thing. Work trade's really big out there.
Woofing?
Yeah, www.oofing.org. It's an organization of farms that you can just do work trade on and connect and find your own little niche there.
Nice. Can't starve, can't freeze to death. You can drown if you hold your head up. You can drown. Do you surf? Do you do the stereotypical beach cruising?
I bodyboard a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I think that's terrifying a little bit.
The ocean's very humbling.
Yeah, it is. It's very large. We don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we know more about space than the ocean. It's kind of weird.
And I love space.
Space case.
And then Shangri-La this year. How was it for you?
Best festival ever.
Yeah?
20-year anniversary. Wow. It blew my mind. A lot of my favorite musicians there. A lot of my homies. A lot of Aloha Tribe. There's probably
there was
over 100. I
Yeah.
imagine, of the Punatics hanging on the east side of the island in the jungle.
The Punatics?
Yeah.
Like lunatics?
Yeah, kind of. We got to be a little crazy to live there. I'm telling you, that's part of it. It's part of the deal.
All right, well, we're going to get Faye up here. Rico, you hang tight on deck. Dave, make sure to check out, what was the brand again?
Naked Hippie Brew.
Naked Hippie Brew. Make sure to check out Naked Hippie Brew, Kombucha Kava Combo.
And that's for you.
And this is for me. The perks of having your own show. All right, so Faye, Adinda?
Yeah.
All right. I had to ask because if I know anything, it's about people mispronouncing your last name. Scarpolino is a hard one. And then, are you from Hawaii, or did you move there?
I moved there 7 years ago.
7 years ago. So that's when I moved here. From where?
From Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
But I was traveling for a while.
Yeah.
But Pennsylvania is where I was staying there before. But I'm originally from the Netherlands.
The Netherlands?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So you were born in the Netherlands, you moved to Pennsylvania, travel all around, and end up in Hawaii.
Yes.
I've been there the last 7 years. So obviously Hawaii stuck. That was the
Yes.
that was
felt
the one.
home.
Yeah, and I just asked them, but what if someone were to say I want to go out to Hawaii, but I'm not sure, what would you say to convince them? I guess. They said you can't starve.
Well, I think that it's really an internal calling. And if you really feel called to go there, then you want to like kind of feel that calling and see if there's something that's open for you there. But it can be many ways for different people.
Of course, I mean, like anything, you know,
Yeah.
life is kind of how you make it.
Yeah, and the different islands have different teachings, so that also depends on which island are you attracted to.
And are you on the same island with everyone else?
Yes, the Big Island.
The Big Island. So you're on the Big Island, and you're in the part that erupted.
Yes.
Yeah, which, you know, you look at a map, and I thought it was like the whole island, but it's actually a really small part. So that had to have been like a humbling experience. Sierra's first song she played was about experiencing, you know, a volcano. You know, that's a little bit more all-encompassing than a tornado. A tornado just comes in and picks one house and gets it. You know, and a volcano takes out whole neighborhoods, whole communities.
Yeah. Well, you think, you know, like, okay, I'm on an active volcano. Everybody knows that. You feel it. Like, the energy is super strong. But not until it really erupts right in the middle of your neighborhood, you're like, oh, yeah, we're on an active volcano.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no one really saw it coming like this, how it actually happened. But, yeah, it was a very transformative experience, really facing impermanence and community and, like, how precious it was there and still is, but how special that connection and that community that formed there and that land was to us is now even stronger because of what has happened. That memory, that connection.
So, do you have a home to go back to? Did you have to evacuate out of your...
I chose to evacuate because of the air quality and because of the volcanic glass.
Everything would be burning, so yeah, so I suppose. I assume you've picked a song that you want to play.
Yes.
And if you want to tell, what's it about, or if you want to, or you can just go right into it if you want to, or if you want to tell the story of it.
Okay, yeah, this is one of my first songs I ever wrote on the island, and it's a song of remembrance. So it's a song that helps me when I'm feeling like really stuck in my mind.
We all know how that goes.
Thoughts about unworthiness or regrets or the way I look or what I've done or what I haven't done yet. And just coming back to that place of remembering how special and what a miracle it is that we are alive and all the good parts about life. And
that's awesome.
yeah.
I would say a lot of the stuff I write, you know, is how I aspire to be or to remind me of something. It kind of seems like that's what this is.
Yeah.
In case you get too caught up in everything, you can play this song
Yes.
and remember.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you the floor. I'm not going to sit right here while you do this, so it's awkward. I'm going to put that right there. And then you just go on, and then it should pick it all up.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Remember just who you are. Oh, remember your
I remember that song. I remember that song. You played it at the little campfire
Yes.
right after on Sunday. I guess it would have been. So what, like 3-4 days ago?
Yeah.
That was awesome. And we had Zach and we were all singing along. That was
All
cool.
singing
So I
along.
remember it.
Yeah, you should. It's nice because everybody will sing along.
Yeah, yeah, and then the, your whole Aloha tribe, like a lot of you know all of each other's
Yes.
words, so that gets really cool. You kind of have a band whenever you need it.
Yeah, we're all really supportive of each other, and instead of it being a competition, we're all like together and trying to rise together up with these messages of aloha spirit. You know, a lot of these messages and songs that we've created have been through the development as we're there on that island because it has so much to teach us.
Yeah, and I feel like Minneapolis, while it's not this exactly the same way, there is the sense of community is the same. I think that that makes sense why the two places, Minneapolis scene and the Hawaii scene are so connected, because there's a healthy competition. You always want to do, but it's usually with yourself. To be better, to do better. But like the community is so supportive.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm working on my album right now.
Nice. You have an album coming out.
Yes. So I'm not sure exactly when yet, but I'm working on it and I'm super stoked on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So until then, where can people find your stuff? Connect with you? Internet, Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. I have my Facebook page, and then I have fayadinda.com you can check out, and I have music videos, not like professional ones, but just videos, and there's like a link to where you can financially help me too, or pre-order the album.
That's amazing. So if you would do me a favor and grab Rico, send him out here.
Okay.
He's gonna play last.
Sweet.
And thank you so much, Faye, for being here and doing
thanks,
this.
Joe.
Yeah. And I see we have a special guest here at the show. I'm gonna see if he wants to come say hey. Yeah, so see if Rico will come over, and then see if Matthew will come over. This is exciting. No pressure, but if you want to come say hey. Anyone can come say hey, really. So Rico's coming over here. Do you have an instrument? Do you need to borrow one?
Oh, I got an instrument.
Yeah, grab your instrument. So this is the Smokin' Joe Show, everybody. Oh, once again, we still have time. Share the video and enter to win a copy of my new album, It's About Time. It is available on iTunes. It's available on Google Play, Spotify, CD Baby. You can get off my website, www.smokinjoeonline.com. Basically, anywhere music is sold and distributed and downloaded.
I didn't know I was supposed to bring an instrument to this interview.
Oh yeah. Well, we did the interview already, and I was gonna ask you about Matthew, but he's right there. I was gonna see. I mean, I don't want to pressure him too much to perform or anything.
Well, I met Matthew in New York.
In New York.
And then we started hanging out in Colorado. And then I talked him into coming to Shangri-La, and he was a hit.
Yeah, he was a hit.
Big
got
hit.
on stage with John Wayne.
And he got on the stage Sunday with Woogie Foot. And that was pretty ridiculous. I mean, of course.
So you're gonna play a song. Do you know what song? Do you have any idea? Do you want to talk about this song?
Let me see here. All right, I wrote this song in Hawaii, where many songs have come through. Yeah, I was struggling a little bit, even in Hawaii. Shit comes up like Pele, Mama Pele, on Big Island. It's a creation through destruction, and so kind of no matter who you are, if you spend some time there, it's gonna bring some stuff up. And so I kind of wrote this to remind myself that, behind my very light person, there's always going to be shadows.
No, and it's important to recognize that, because you can't just let it fester, and you have to bring that out. And songs are the best way to do it, in my opinion.
I agree. You're absolutely correct. So yeah, this song is called "Be Light," even amongst the shadows that we must feel and go through.
Before my shadows, there'll always be light. Be light. Be light. Where will I go? What do I seek? Where will I go? Where am I going? What do I seek? What am I seeking? What am I seeking? What am I seeking? Endless gratitude within this infinite bliss. Let us be present, quiet as your presence is a gift. Stay within your focus, letting your heart be open. Find your truth and know it. This passion's over and overflowing. I was reading the screen. It's overflowing. It's overflowing. It's so abundant it never reaches capacity. Mother Nature nurtures, attracting us to earth like gravity, and planting seeds of intention and put my prayers in the air. Let us illuminate the darkness with this light that we share. Yeah. Yeah, this light that we share. Yeah, with this light that we share. With this light that we share. Where will I go? Where am I going? What do I seek? What am I seeking? Where will I go? Well, I'm right here, right now. What do I seek? This moment just be. This moment just breathe. This moment just be, just breathe. Just be. Just breathe and just be. Just breathe. Just be. Breathe and just be. Breathe and just be. Yeah. Yeah. Behind my light there will always be shadows, but before my shadows there'll always be light. I said behind my light there'll always be shadows, but before my shadows there'll always be light. Be light. Be light. Yo, I got that luminous love like radiance from the sun. So reach for the stars and take this grace from above, cause I'll be gazing to the moon. Visualizations and reflections, we got them cosmic connections, and they're traveling our direction to answer them questions. Be your lessons and blessings. Now don't confuse these tests and have your mind stressing, as we know many blessings often arrive in disguise, but grow from the struggle and know we will rise. Surely like the sun when that new day dawns upon us. Let it resonate in your being like I hope that this song does, and let the stars your heart and soul be a guide. Let your light shine, yeah. Relax and just smile, all while embracing life with its twists and its turns, reflecting on the past and all that you've learned and all that you've earned and those dues that you paid. And when that sun fades away, let's give thanks for another day. Yeah. Be light. Be light. Be light. Even in the darkness, we gotta just be light. Yeah.
Ended on a happy chord.
Gotta do it.
Well, Rico, you brought the man into our lives, and I'm going to grab him and come over here. And we're gonna do a little interview. We're gonna extend the show a little bit.
Nice.
But Rico, thank you so much for doing this.
Bro.
I'm so happy to get to know you all a little bit better, and I think this is one of the best things that the show does, is it forces me to like connect or reconnect
Ooh.
with people that I know in passing and haven't had a chance to sit down for a minute and
It's been about a decade in passing.
creating a moment, or at least a moment with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude.
It was an honor to
Yep.
be here. I'm stoked to get down inside
Yep,
the Nomad.
And honestly, if you're in Minneapolis, come on down to the Nomad. The show's just starting. We got hours left. This is just the beginning.
I'm on at 11. Gonna be shutting it down tonight.
Closing it down.
Ooh, it's gonna be good. Come on with that conscious flowetry.
Conscious flowetry.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
Very
much
cool.
love. Peace out, y'all. Aloha.
Aloha, which means hello, goodbye, and I love you.
And so much more.
And more. So our surprise guest, surprise to me and surprise to you, is a man with a very, very strong message through very outrageous acts. I'll let him explain it to you. Hello, Matthew.
Oh, yes, my name is Matthew.
His name is Matthew.
And you must be Smoking Joe.
I am Smoking Joe.
Oh, can we say
You can say anything you want.
Oh, okay.
There's
oh,
no FCC.
Shit.
So you are Matthew Silver, and you are from New York.
That's correct. I'm, well, right now I live in New Jersey.
You live in New Jersey.
But I was living in New York for about 10 years doing my my shtick.
Your shtick. I mean,
My schlock.
you put on some tight fitting, either like a unitard or like a Speedo a lot of times.
Yeah.
And you get people to come out of their shells by being outrageous.
Right. And I fart in their face with love. The intention was I'm inspiring, shifting the entire planet to love consciousness with wacky performance, and that was mostly farting,
Fart magic,
and chicken noises.
and props and things, signs. And you were at Shangri-La. Did that?
I did some of that there too.
You did. I mean, the first, it must have been exhausting.
Yeah, Shangri-La was exhausting.
Yeah.
Barely any sleep. It's like a marathon of wackadoodle, doodle,
Right.
duty.
And did you find that more or less the conscious message that you're pushing was received there?
Yeah, it was. I mean, the original work that I did like 5 years ago transcended beyond space and time. It's like I didn't even have to do my work there. All I really had to do was just show up and oh my God, it's you! You inspire you. Oh, can I have a hug?
So you got a lot of hugs, got a lot of pictures.
Right, and when I hug, I always farted.
Do you make sure to fart every hug?
Right, most of them anyway. Some of them I forgot.
Well, okay, I guess, so you started doing your performance 10 years ago? Or just your whole life?
Well, let's say I started this wacky journey at 25, and then I did something really wacky at age 15 that inspired me, but it took 10 years before I finally made the attempt to do some craziness on the street.
Right. And did you try doing it like on a stage at all, or was it always street?
It was street first and then stage later. I did a lot of open mics, and I like, screw open mics. I want to do my own show.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens to every performer.
Right.
You know,
And I mean, open
you're
mics.
doing everybody else's show, and then finally you're like, oh, I'm gonna do my own show.
It's gonna be mine. I want to do it this way.
Right, and then all of a sudden you start to realize, oh, it's so much work to do your own show.
It is. And
Why don't I get invited to do shows? Come on, invite me. Give me a gig. And then you're like in back and forth. Do I do my own show or do other people's shows? What do I do? Help me out here.
And were you shocked when you went viral? Because I definitely saw you on the internet. Was that a complete surprise, or did you kind of know, like in your heart of hearts, that people were gonna get this message, they were gonna understand?
I knew in my heart of hearts. I knew that I was doing this for something, and in my heart of hearts, something was gonna happen. I just couldn't. I just didn't have a vision of myself doing this, and then ending up nowhere where the work didn't exist. You know, I was persistent on that intention. Something was gonna break through. You know.
Yeah, and it definitely did.
It definitely did.
You know, you have people that come to New York to see you.
Yeah,
you know,
and I'm not there.
You're not, no, but you know,
I'm in Minnesota. Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, have you been out to Hawaii? Have you seen where all these Hawaiians live?
Oh, I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, me too. Especially now. I mean, you know, I always have, and I guess being from the Midwest, like, you know, like a chip on your shoulder, like, it must be nice to go to Hawaii, but there's no reason why I can't go. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you always think that goal's unobtainable, but these kids do it. You know,
these kids do it, and yeah, it's like could be a $500 round trip ticket, right?
Yeah.
But these kids do it, and they can afford to live here because they're helping on
their
organic
farms,
farms and stuff. I'm inspired.
You're inspired.
I like permaculture.
Me too. And I mean, the more I learn, the more I wish I did more, I suppose.
Right.
You know?
Right. The more you learn, the more you wish you did. Right.
Yeah.
But you do it now.
Yeah, you do it now, and the technology's there, and it just keeps advancing. You know, so following that's really exciting. Are you a man of science? Do you love science and technology?
No, I'm not neither. I like spiritual technology. Like
okay.
How we're having this interview right now, and multi-realities exist of this interview.
Right.
Like this interview has probably happened an infinite amount of times.
In an infinite amount of ways.
In an infinite amount of ways.
With slight different variations?
Right. Or no variation. It never happened.
That's true. You know, there could have been a reality where you didn't come here.
Exactly.
And maybe you did this same interview, but it wasn't with me. It was somewhere else doing something else.
Right. Talking about fish or something.
Talking about fish and not the band. That's good. That's a good question. What do you listen to?
What do I listen to?
Is there any like artists that you could say this is what inspired me early, or this is what I listened to over and over and over again?
I listen to a lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
I mean, John Lennon inspired me a lot.
That makes sense.
And then his whole Imagine song when he did that Imagine song. I mean, that inspired a lot of people. And then what other music? Oh, I like this quirky band called They Might Be Giants.
Oh, I love They Might Be Giants.
Because they were like just outlandishly silly.
They were.
Yeah, and some of, I don't know, like the bird in a bird cage in your soul or something.
Yeah.
A little bird in your soul.
And I learned about it from watching Tiny Toons, actually.
Tiny Toons.
They had songs within the kids show Tiny Toons.
Like they did
like
Triangle Man.
Triangle Man, yeah, Particle Man. They did that, you know.
Triangle Man eats Particle Man.
Yep.
Something like that.
Exactly. So, I guess, is there anything that every time you go out, you're pushing for consciousness? You're raising awareness of
pushing.
What is your
That's
can you put in
I like that.
into words your message, why you do what you do for the viewers here at home?
Well, for transcendence, I everything we do in life, we not, if we're doing it for the money, if we're doing it for the career, if we're all doing it for those things, we're never going to be happy. Things that we're doing is for a spiritual transcendence. Actually, nothing will really make you happy except learning to be here in the moment and learning to like love yourself. And that's where the transcendence is. It's so my work is to help bring it into the moment, give people a moment, give people
Right. Shake them out of their normal routine to be here now.
Right. Yes.
I get that. You know,
get it.
I feel like
I don't even have to explain myself.
No, I mean, and I love it when you do, I guess.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
the way you put things, you know, and just the simplicity of, you know, using, would you call it comedy? Like, I don't know, is it funny to you?
No, I don't want to.
I wouldn't necessarily
make claims that I'm funny because to some people I'm not funny.
I suppose.
I like to refer to myself as a performance artist. That way, I'm not making any claims.
Right.
I don't want to claim I'm a spiritual guru, spiritual advisor. I don't want to claim I know anything.
Right.
Because the truth is, we're always guessing. We have no idea.
No, yeah, I think
We have
that's
no
one-
idea, and we should be excited about that because we've established this is the way it is, this is the way it is, but then lo and behold, someone takes the floor from under us, and we're fucked. We're falling.
Exactly. Everything you thought you knew changed. It's not that way. Or the way you perceive it has changed, and you totally don't. I find comfort in the fact that I don't know anything. You know, I like that.
Right.
It leaves the world open.
Yes.
To learning.
Yes. You know Ken Kesey, right?
No.
But he's a big inspiration to me. And he says the life is about the mysteries. He's the writer of One Flew at a Cuckoo's Nest. And
Okay.
He led the Merry Pranksters, maybe.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I know of that historically.
Yeah,
I suppose.
but yeah, like what you said, I'm just referring to him because.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to necessarily take away from you having fun at this show. Do you think you're going to get out on the street in Minneapolis? Or are you heading back to Jersey?
I didn't think to do Minneapolis. I'm probably not gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I didn't think to do it because I'm been so tired and.
Yeah, and you don't want to half-ass it.
I don't want to half-ass it. Well, I've done work where I've half-assed it and it's good.
I suppose, yeah.
I mean, half-assed is like a label, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to, you know, do it any. You would want to meet your own standards, I guess. I don't even know.
I don't know. Maybe.
But I mean, even so, Minneapolis is going to be here. Should you decide?
Yeah, I think I'll be back. I'm gonna think I'll go to Planet Earth.
Project Earth.
Project Earth.
The Wookiee Foot Festival.
And then I'll schedule some Minneapolis street performance time. I'll be back.
And then when are you heading back to Jersey, I suppose?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow?
It'll take me like 3 or 4 days. I can't drive that far.
Right.
So 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours a day, maybe.
Yeah, and then, you know, you stop along the way. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like touring in a band, I suppose.
Yeah, life touring. It's new for me. It really is. I've done it once or twice. Maybe I'm going to do it some more. But I feel like if you're going to tour, you got to be very, you got to be healthier.
Yeah,
Like the road food is terrible.
It's easy to get into unhealthy habits on the road.
Right.
Absolutely, because, you know, what do you got to do? You got to stop for gas, and what do they have in there? They got snacks, the worst things for you. You know, if you're not prepared with proper nutrition, you spend a lot of time eating garbage and sleeping in not good sleeping spots. You know, ending up on floors, couches. You know, which
getting 3 hours.
Yeah, which can be fine for a weekend, but if you're doing days and days and days of it, you know, I've been on the road for 10 years with my band, and,
okay.
and you know, it's hard. It's easy to become unhealthy in that situation. So that's good. I mean, if you know that already, then you're already ahead of where I was when I started touring. Well, cool, man. Anything else you want to say? Any words of wisdom for our fine folks at home?
You are worthy.
Good. Here, let's hug it out. Thank you so much for being on the Smokin' Joe Show. Matthew Silver.
Thanks for having me.
I enjoy seeing you next year at the events. If you're coming out to more Wilkiefoot stuff, then you'll definitely see me again. And,
Is that Smokey Joe?
Smokin' Joe.
Smokin' Joe.
Yep.
Smokin' Joe.
You can say Smokey Joe. I'll respond to it.
Okay.
Or Joe's fine. And then, do you prefer Matthew?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care? I can call you anything I want.
Anything you want.
Like the Fart Master 2000.
Fartmaster 2000.
Now with extra love.
Extra love and salt.
Love. I love it. Well, I appreciate you taking your time and chatting with us. I'll make sure I'll tag in it. You can watch this in the future if you like.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. This is pretty awesome. Your setup here.
Yeah, right. We got
3 cameras.
set up thanks to Vicarious Visions, my friend John Marin. I actually put on our own music festival. It's an outer space themed music festival called the Galactic Get Down.
Where's that?
It's in southeastern Minnesota. It's in Houston, Minnesota. And we all dress up in our best space gear, you know, and the sky's big and open, and every year we've had great luck with the stars being out, so we have a great view of the Milky Way, and we just talk about how great space is and how exciting.
When do you do that?
That is it is the end of July usually. This year was the first weekend of August. Our dates sometimes hop around, but yeah, it's in the summertime, right in between Project Earth and Shangri-La, right in the middle there, in the hot summertime. So, you know, if you really get going on touring and you want to come out to a space festival, you are more than invited.
Wow, thank you.
Absolutely.
It's space.
Yep, all my space. This is because I love Star Trek and Wars equally as much.
Oh.
So you got the Millennium Falcon on one side, and then the Enterprise on the other.
Oh.
Because, you know,
Space Wars.
Space Wars. Space Force.
The Enterprise will bring peace.
Yeah, because you know in Star Trek, in the history of Star Trek, about right now in the history is when the human race almost destroys itself, and it's from that almost apocalyptic era that they actually found peace, and the humans learned to work together and developed a society that was sustainable. So if Star Trek's right, then we're due for some shit, but hopefully out of that shit will be the most beautiful thing people have ever seen.
A new hope.
A new hope.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Star Wars, Star Trek, flying. Do you like sci-fi?
I love sci-fi.
Favorite sci-fi?
My favorite?
Any maybe not favorite, but one of your favorites?
El Topo.
El Topo? I have no idea what that is.
I guess it's not sci-fi.
Could be.
It's more like mystical. Yeah, my favorite sci-fi. I can't think of it.
That's okay. I put you on the spot.
Don't do that again.
Spot.
What do I do now?
What do you do now?
Do I just leave?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just say bye, and then we'll go watch the rest of the show.
All right.
So everybody come down to the Nomad if you're in Minneapolis. Otherwise,
can you come down to Nomad, please?
yeah, you can give me a
Show's
hug.
not over. It's just beginning.
Oh, yeah, it just started.
What time is it? It's like 9:30.
9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just getting it kicking over here.
Shows don't start till like 9 or 10.
Yeah, right. I'm used to getting on stage about 11.
Oh, okay.
You know,
there you go.
which is about when my wife goes to bed.
Or leaves you.
Or yeah, forever.
Sorry.
Forever.
Not forever.
Aw.
Nothing's
Sorry to
forever.
hear that.
Oh no, she's a wonderful lady. She's probably watching from home right now. She can say hi to Angela.
Hey Angela, how you doing? Hey Angela, I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey, all my boys.
Yo, boy.
He's a good boy.
We a good boy.
He's a good boys from New Jersey.
Angela Flower.
Angela Flower, watching from home. She's my lifelight. And I'm just so happy to have you on here. Well, let's go watch the music.
All right.
All right. We'll hug it out once again. It's been glorious having you around our scene this last week, man. I really appreciate
I'm
it.
having a lot of fun.
Nice, dude. Well, I'll do my outro, and you are welcome.
Oh, your
You are
outro.
welcome to go.
All right.
Thank you so much. Matthew Silver, everybody.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that was a treat, everybody. Well, we're just going to do my quick outro. Big shout out to Heatbox. And right now he's taking a break from Soul Players. He just had a baby. But coming up within a few weeks or maybe a couple months, I'm sure, Heatbox's interactive game show live on Twitch.com. Tuesday nights from 6 to 9. www.twitch.com/Heatbox64. And make sure to check out the Nomadic Get Down right here at the Nomad, where we are broadcasting from. You never know who's going to show up here, huh? Reed Grimm, Dead Larry, Super Acoustic Bros featuring Heatbox, Reed Grimm, Alex Steele, Nick Spielman, May Simpson, Smokin Joe, Sunday, September 23rd. It's all ages. Kids 15 and under are free, $15 in advance, so grab your tickets now and make sure to join us at the next Get Down right here at the Nomad. Well, I think this was one of the coolest shows I've ever had. 4 musical guests, a game where I talked about Ohio and Hawaii at the same time, and a special appearance by Matthew Silver himself. What else do we have? Is it just me playing myself out? All right, well, from here at the Smokin Joe Show, Vicarious Visions. Make sure to give Vicarious Visions a like as well. He's going to be running the show from now on, and I'll play us out. Because I'm you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got trouble, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you.